Alright, so, hello booktube. My name is Envee and I have a confession to make. The thing is that I've been a lurker and I've been on here for so long and I've seen so many things you cannot even fathom. So come, sit on my lap, children. Sit on my lap.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
The thing is, I've been around since the dark ages of booktube. It was all looking for Alaska and it was all the Fault in Our Stars. Cassandra Clare and John Green had everybody in a collective chokehold. Then, oh my god, the way y'all behaved when Infernal Devices came out. Clockwork Princess? If you remember that, then my friend, here is your senior discount. So I've been on here for so long that I witnessed Hunger Games become popular for the first time. Then I witnessed the second coming of dystopian fiction with the Walmart version of Hunger Games becoming super popular. And then there was another Walmart version of Hunger Games, this time from the author herself. And now Susan Collins is coming out with the Haymitch books. Like, what? This is how much I procrastinate. I've been putting this thing off for so long. We're actually getting a Haymitch spinoff. I was on booktube when Twilight was first popular. And then it became very uncool. It became the lamest thing. And now it's fucking cool again. So yeah, pretty much you could say that I did my waiting. 12 years of it in Azkaban. I waited so long that referencing this is actually a second degree hate crime right now. So thank you. Thank you. We shall never speak of that again. Circling back to my main point, just to throw in some corporate lingo in there, I've seen things. Not to pull that Nikocado, avocado, whatever his name is bullshit, but I've been... The thing is, I've never taken a part of the conversation before. It's finally time that I've gathered my courage to put myself out there and contribute my thoughts. Having said that, this is my booktube newbie tag, and you and we are in for a journey together. I hope that answers the first question of the booktube newbie tag for you. On to the second question. I can say that it's 2024. I have no illusions of grandeur, meaning I really don't think that at this point anyone can ever have any unique thought or any unique contributions whatsoever. But I don't think that's a problem, you know? I think we're living in a society. We're pretty much living the same lives. We're part of the same hive mind. And that's fine with me. I really just want to connect with more people and spark some discussions and have fun, really, you know? I think that's the main thing. I do like to shit talk. I'm really guilty of shit talking. Hate reading has been a guilty pleasure of mine. I also want to combine a couple of my hobbies. I'm not exactly sure yet how it's gonna look like in the form of my videos, but I do design things. I'm pretty obsessed with cooking as well and the recreation of fictional foods. Although I've seen a couple of cooking channels recreate fictional foods, I haven't really seen booktubers do that specifically. So I think when I do reviews or when I talk about books, I would really like to experiment with creating recipes that are, you know, inspired by the story or the book or the characters or the vibe, whatever. Also, I've been talking for a couple of minutes and it is within my contract as a member of the worldwide vegan cult to mention that I am a certified vegan. I must talk about that, or else the vegan masters are gonna come and snatch my soul. It is in the contract, I'm sorry. I also really want to do like deep dives into maybe problematic topics as well as interesting authors. Of course, I also want to do these monthly reviews and any book related tag. Oh, I also quite enjoy manga and anime. I definitely want to cover some anime and manga as well. I also want to make lists and recommendations for people who are trying to get into anime. I want to recommend you anime based on your favorite authors or your favorite books and vice versa. I like to think of myself as a very creative person, and so reading for me is really an escape into another world. It's also a way for me to self-reflect. I do live in a complete dream world. I am not a big fan of capitalism and corporate, realness. I'm a textbook INFP. So yeah, I cry at everything, and sometimes the real world is way too harsh for me to exist in. So I like to take myself out of there by immersing myself in other dimensions, in other worlds. And I really view reading as something akin to traveling, because you see the world, you meet many people, and you experience things that you really couldn't even comprehend previously through just words on a page. And if that's not fucking cool, I don't know what is. Let's move on to the fifth question. For me, that would be Lord of the Rings, specifically The Hobbit. The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings just really is such an integral part of my personality, of my understanding of the world, of my values really, that it's ingrained in my soul, unlike any other piece of fiction, I think. My question would be, how do you keep going? Like, how do you find that inspiration and the time to sit down, to plan, to film, to edit? All of that, what I just said, finding the time, finding the inspiration constantly, while having to do, life. So you might be wondering, why do I look rustier than 10 seconds ago? And that is because this is my walk of shame, because I've realized that I have left one of the most important questions unseen. And so here I am, hair unwashed, body unwashed, asked to answer this question for you, wearing the same outfit. My favorite genre has always been and will always be fantasy, and specifically high fantasy. And why is that? Because if I have the opportunity to check out of this world, then bitch, I'm checking out. I'm out of here, like packing my bags, I'm putting my boots on, I'm leaving without paying the bill.
Let's go, 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 go!
So yeah, it's gotta be fantasy, because it really just transports you to another world, and that's what I love about it. But having said that, fantasy, especially high fantasy, is not my most read genre. And why is that? Because,
in case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat on? That's weird.
I don't know why I do this. Please bear with me, okay? So the reason why I don't read fantasy as much is because I just get way too engaged in the world. I get way too immersed, And when I'm that immersed, I am just not gonna live my life. And actually, I don't know if you've ever experienced that feeling when you're so into a world, so into a story that you just don't want to go back to school, you don't want to go back to work, you just want to opt out of capitalism and consumerism and live in a castle somewhere, because that's what happens to me anytime I read a high fantasy series. So to keep myself as a functional human being who actually contributes something to society, I read other genres. I read more horror. I can really just read or watch horror at any given time. It's really my go-to comfort genre in that way, and litfic is another go-to genre of mine. I just pick up litfic as palette cleansers between horror and fantasy books, I guess. So fantasy, horror, and litfic would be my top 3 genres. And I guess as my top 4th genre, I would have mystery, suspense, that kind of thing. Now, let's go back to the video that I filmed 10 days ago. This is kind of my book collection behind me. I did live on a different continent for 6 years, and then I moved continents again. So that was not fun with a bunch of books. So because of that, I've been downsizing on my physical books. Unfortunately, as much as I love physical books, I don't think it's manageable in the long run to have so many books. Also because I don't think that I really reread a lot of books except for really just my favorites. And I taught myself to enjoy audiobooks as well as ebooks instead. I don't really have a great collection of books. I don't even have a bookshelf. I don't even read.
Jared, could you read number 23 for the class? No, I cannot. What up? I'm Jared, I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read.
I read anywhere, I guess, especially because I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I listen to books all the time, anywhere, really. When did I start breathing? Oh my god. I'm really sorry for that. Fuck me. Okay, no. Reading is very important to me because it used to bring me comfort. It was part of my daily routine, and I really do have a lot of fond memories associated with reading, because my mom used to read to me every single night to put me to sleep. And at first it was just like children's books, and then we moved on to Harry Potter. I'm so sorry. It is a part of my past. I don't want to lie about it. And the rest is history. I'm still trying to recreate that sense of safety, that sense of security and coziness that my mom reading to me every night brought into my life. And shit, it's time to stop talking because I've already been talking for bit too long for my taste and for your taste. But of course, something I forgot that I have to show to rope you in here is he's going to partake in my videos whether he likes it or not, because I will be him out. Why do I sound so insane?
She's so crazy.
I guess all is left is for me to say Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I think it's probably just one person. And let me tell you, I really appreciate you. You're super precious for watching this. I hope we can be friends. Please stay tuned. I will try my best to actually make videos in the future and join a conversation, not just lurk. So I hope to see more of you. I hope you also hope to see more of me, and that's about it. I will see you around.